नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, आदाब, खम्मा गणी और राम राम सा। सुनाओ अपनी कहानी, बनाओ अपनी पहचान की इस मुहिम में फिर लौटे हैं आपके पास एक नई कहानी के साथ। दोस्तों, ये कहानी है उत्पल कलाल की जिंदगी के बारे में, इनकी सफलता के बारे में। आपको बता दें, ये पेशे से एक सर्टिफाइड डॉक्टर और अवार्ड विनिंग फिल्म मेकर है, जिन्होंने एक और बतौर डॉक्टर लोगों की खूब सेवा की, तो वहीं दूसरी ओर फिल्म मेकिंग में अपनी दिलचस्पी को कभी कम नहीं होने दिया और बतौर फिल्म मेकर अपनी पहचान बनाई। इनकी कहानी एक डॉक्टर से फिल्म मेकर बनने की इनकी पूरी जीवन यात्रा के बारे में है। आपको बता दें, इनका जन्म उदयपुर के पास एक छोटे से गांव फलासिया में हुआ। इन्होंने अपनी एजुकेशन गांव के ही एक स्कूल से पूरी की और फिर ये अपनी फैमिली के साथ उदयपुर चले आए। उदयपुर शहर में इन्होंने कुछ नए सपनों के साथ कदम रखा। उदयपुर से इनका रूस जाना हुआ। जी हाँ, रूस में जब ये अपनी डॉक्टरी की पढ़ाई कर रहे थे, तब इनकी दिलचस्पी फिल्म मेकिंग फील्ड में इस कदर बढ़ने लगी कि इन्हें इस फील्ड से जुड़कर ऐसा लग रहा था मानो ये फील्ड इनके सपनों को एक नई उड़ान देने का काम कर रहा हो। तो दोस्तों, जब इन्होंने ये महसूस किया कि ये एक ऐसा फील्ड है जिसमें ये खुद को और ज्यादा अच्छे से निखार कर बतौर फिल्म मेकर अपनी एक नई यात्रा प्रारंभ कर सकते हैं, तो ऐसे में इन्होंने सिर्फ और सिर्फ अपने दिल की सुनी और इस फील्ड में आगे बढ़ते गए और फिर कभी पीछे मुड़कर नहीं देखा। इस फील्ड में इनकी प्रेरणा क्रिस्टोफर नॉलन और वर्नर हर्जॉग जैसे फिल्म मेकर से दोस्तों, जिनके आर्टिकल्स ने इन्हें फिल्म मेकिंग वर्ल्ड में अपना सर्वश्रेष्ठ देने के लिए प्रेरित किया है। ये इन्हें ही अपनी प्रेरणा मानकर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं और बतौर फिल्म मेकर अपनी एक अच्छी पहचान स्थापित करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। दोस्तों, उत्पल कलाल के डॉक्टर और फिल्म मेकर बनने की ये जर्नी आखिर कैसी रही, इस बारे में जानने के लिए चलिए अब सीधा मुलाकात करते हैं इनसे और सुनते हैं पूरी कहानी इनकी अपनी जुबानी।
My name is Utpal Kalal, and I'm a doctor turned filmmaker. And currently, I'm into full-time filmmaking. The medicine happened first, and after that, the filmmaking happened. So when I was in my medical school only, at that moment, filmmaking happened. Like I kind of found the passion for it. So as far as medicine is concerned, I feel that if I was not a doctor, I could not be the filmmaker actually, because both are interlinked in terms of few things are very visceral and few things are very physically, because of the things and the people I met while I was doing medicine. So I feel that medicine has always been close to my heart, but when I was doing medicine, at that moment I was actually did the medicine internationally actually. At that moment I got to know about international cinema, and before that I did not have much of idea of cinema actually. But when I got to know about international cinema and yeah, after that I kind of followed my passion. I found that this is something that it's for me. I should do that because of the power of storytelling and the power of cinema. So that's how it happened actually. Cinema is something where I felt that I can tell the stories that I want to tell, and this would not just entertain people, but might create empathy in audience and create understanding, and reach out with the stories that are not told, matter for the society, for the world. And then I felt, okay, I mean, I love medicine, but maybe something is there, I'm falling for more, and this is something I guess I should follow. So that's how filmmaking began. I was born in a small village, Falasia. It is 90-80 kilometers off of Udaipur. So I studied in my childhood there, and then we shifted to Udaipur. So from childhood, I would say there are I was just normal kid, I would say. Not much of interested in but yeah, I had a thing always that I really want to do something unique creatively, and I was used to write few things and all. But that moment, you know that you belong to a village and there not much of a exposure is there, so you don't really know what you want to do in your life. So I would say that the calling and that what I want to do, that I started feeling when I started my college life, and that's how things began. So I would say that the childhood was very much normal. I did medicine from Russia actually, and in my second year of medicine, actually I met a friend. He was doing photography for NetGeo, and even he is a doctor, Kostu Manchekar. So we shared a same plate and shared the same passion for cinema, for storytelling. So we decided, to explore more, and then we did a music video in Russia, and it really went good. And we got kind of a recognition by the international media there, and we knew that okay, if we continue doing it, we might make some good stuff as far as cinema is concerned and in filmmaking. So that's how the journey happened, and kind of filmmaking took place. There was a constant issue was when I thought that I should do the filmmaking. So both fields are completely apart, and I really had to find a way, because I really wanted to finish my medicine and as well as nurture myself as a filmmaker, because I was not studying in any film school and stuff like that. So I was just exploring myself and learning the craft of filmmaking by reading the filmmakers, and so it was a balance to find between reading the anatomy and the stuff on the filmmaking. So that's what happened when I was doing it. So this was the challenge I was facing in medicine, and in filmmaking obviously my background is a very simple background, and I do not belong to cinema, my family and stuff like that, and even the Udaipur and the Rajasthan state, it's not much into cinema, right? So, and I really wanted to explore the international cinema and do something that resonate with international audience, not just locally or nationally. So these were the things that I had to figure out as a filmmaker. How am I going to do? So we started making documentary films, and so with that slowly we found that balance. But initially there were challenges, definitely, about mostly the finding the balance between filmmaking and medicine. So we started filmmaking of there is a UK Pictures Entertainment. It's our independent film production company. We started making documentaries, and we did some critically acclaimed documentaries. The Flip Side, A Truth That Could Not Reach You, and after that I jumped into a very ambitious project. It is a documentary, feature documentary film, The 14th February and Beyond. The documentary explores Valentine's Day historically, commercially, and capitalistically. And it is the first kind of research on this subject that has been done in even in academics, or if you talk about the cinema. So we did this documentary, and this documentary has got like 10 international official selections and the 2 best film awards. And recently the documentary was selected for International Film Festival of India, which happens in Goa, IFFI. And the film is selected in Indian Panorama non-feature category, and it's going to be premiered on 21st January actually. So it is definitely a proud moment as a filmmaker for me that I'm representing my film at IFFI. And recently the film was premiered at Millennium International Documentary Film Festival, Belgium, and UK Asian Film Festival, London, and in Australia, Indian Film Festival of Melbourne, IFFM. So yeah, it's going really nice with this documentary, and soon the documentary will be releasing on OTT platforms. If you preparing for medicine, obviously you know that it is a very tough competition, but I would say that if you have that will to do it, just study with the pattern, study with the kind of not just study everything and just going for it, but compartmentalize it, and just pay attention to each subject, because every subject is important. So I would give that advice to, because I would give a regular advice on as far as the MBBS and medicine concerned. But yeah, if you become a doctor, if you get into the medical college, I would say, if you know that that's what you want to do, that's what so this is the time today. Doctors are saving lives, and due to COVID-19. So I would say that you having complete knowledge about your craft, even as a doctor, that would matter a lot. So I would say that pay attention to every subject. Do not take any subject for granted. So yeah, that's the advice for doctors, the people who are aspiring for medicine. And about filmmaking, I would say that if you really want to do the filmmaking, first of all, start watching the film, the kind of work is being done internationally, and just understand the grammar of filmmaking, the visceral grammar and the technicality of filmmaking. So once you know that, and then it's about the kind of stories you want to tell. So it's always going to be your personal story or something that matter for you and the society. So find out that voice, and I would say that that would be enough. This would guide you towards learning the craft and creating the film you want. And nowadays, it is a very actually easy to get your hands on gears and everything, get a good team, but it's not easy to create a story that would resonate with people, because nowadays every year people are making videos, and due to the digital revolution, everybody can think that they can make films. But I would say that it's not that easy, which it seems. But yeah, if you really look for the stories you want to tell, if you can create your own style, so I would say that this would definitely help you towards building the career as a filmmaker. But do not get swayed away with the fascination or the glittery shininess of filmmaking world. It will not take you anywhere, I would say. For me, I would say the education definitely plays a big role, even if I'm doing a filmmaking or doing the medicine, because this helps you to understand things in a certain way, where if you have not studied in a what you have studied, definitely it will not broaden your perspective, which I feel, in my opinion, is true. Maybe there are people who have not academically studied, but they are doing really great. But I would say, even if you going for the good education, and definitely it helps. It has helped me with my recent film, because it was completely based on research actually, and there was a lot of psychological angle that we were covering in the film, and that comes from my medicine background only, so how to understand this stuff. So I would say this would definitely help you if you go for a right education and understanding the craft. And in filmmaking, I would say, if you are just studying, it's not necessary to go to the film school. There are certain courses, and I would say there is no harm in doing that. But end of the day, in filmmaking, you really have to find out your own voice and your own craft, and because it is creativity and you're creating something, telling a story. And cinema is that sort of art where you really have to find out from within. It won't come from anywhere. So in personal life, my role models are, of course, my parents, because the kind of hard work they go through, because we belong to a very small village, and we did not have much of the access to the world. But they are the reason, they put me out in the world where things practically work. So I would say that they never gave up on me. So this comes from them, that not giving up on your dreams. And in professional life, I would say, because it is filmmaking, so there are definitely some amazing filmmakers from international era of filmmaking. They are my inspirations, I would say. To name it, there is a documentary filmmaker, Werner Herzog. He's one of the articles that moved me very, very amazingly, because there is a line in his article that if you really want to be the filmmaker, do not go and do the filmmaking jobs that you're just going on the sets and working for somebody. Just create your film, and if you do not have finances, go work anywhere, work in a bar, get the money and produce your film. So that was a advice that was unique, that worked for me actually. So Werner Herzog, documentary filmmaker. Matthew Henman is there, and he's a modern documentary filmmaker, and he's really amazing. And we have used him as an inspiration, his work as inspiration in our documentary. And Christopher Nolan, of course, he's one of the inspirations. So there are these people, and there are many more, but I would say these people I look forward to There is Eva Duvarna. She's an amazing filmmaker, female filmmaker. She's a black filmmaker, and she has done amazing work. So actually, I look towards these people when I'm making and I'm nurturing myself as a filmmaker. Okay, so if I even get a chance, first of all, I would not like to go in that time. Second thing is, I will not like to change anything, because today whatever I am, due to the time and the situation and the things happened with me. So actually, I would say I'm grateful, and I really don't want to travel back. So actually, I mostly like to write, read, and watch a lot of films. I've got around a collection of 1,000 films. So anytime I just want to do. So in my life, everything revolves around filmmaking actually. So travel I love. Basically, and because even it gives me the chance to tell the stories and understand the world around. So yeah, I guess I would just share one quote that comes from Gita that inspires me a lot. Na denyam palayanam, na denyam na palayanam. Never to be helpless, never to run away. This inspires me a lot, and I guess that would be all. Thank you for watching me on Work Mob, and if you want to connect with me, download the app.
दोस्तों, ये थी एक सर्टिफाइड डॉक्टर एंड अवार्ड विनिंग फिल्म मेकर उत्पल कलाल की सफलता की कहानी। ऐसी ही प्रेरक एवं रोचक कहानियां रोजाना सुनने के लिए हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन जरूर दबाएं। और अगर आज की ये कहानी आपको पसंद आई है तो इसे लाइक, कमेंट और शेयर करना ना भूलें। दोस्तों, अब आप भी बन जाइए भारत की प्रोफेशनल कम्युनिटी की आवाज़ और सुनाओ अपनी कहानी, बनाओ अपनी पहचान की इस मुहिम से जुड़कर अपने जीवन के अनुभवों, करियर यात्रा, अपने उत्पादों एवं सेवाओं के पीछे की वास्तविक कहानी से देशवासियों को प्रेरित करें और अपनी एक नई पहचान बनाएं। Tell your story, inspire and build your brand with the power of video. जय हिंद, जय भारत।